Hi, it's Abigail. Today we're going through reformer flow class. We'll be using just the ball. We'll start with our headrest up and we'll start with 3 springs on. I'm gonna do a red, a blue, and a green. So a medium, a light, and a heavy. You can definitely go heavier. This will just be for footwork. So grab your ball, set up your springs, lie down on your back. And once you're down, you can put that ball right in between your knees and set your toes up on the foot bar, parallel, about hips distance apart. Place your hands down on the mat, relax your shoulders, find a neutral spine. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, press through all 10 toes, open the carriage all the way out, and bend your knees, come right back in. Exhale, press it out, and bend your knees, come right back in. Try to stay on tiptoes the whole time. We've got 5 more. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. Pressing all the way out on 1, and then bending your knees, coming halfway in. Keep your heels high as you start to pulse the carriage, 1 inch up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna hold it halfway. Give me little pulses into the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out. Bend your knees, come all the way in, and then set your heels up on the foot bar, still parallel, still hips distance apart. Flex the toes, inhale, and exhale, press all the way out. Bend your knees, come in. Press out long, and come in. We'll do just 6, 5, 4, last 3, and 2, pressing out on 1, and once again coming halfway in. Give me little pulses up and down on that reformer. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it halfway on 1. Little pulses into that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it out long. Bend your knees, come on in. And then we're gonna bring that ball a little bit higher up the inner thighs, closer to the hips. Come back to your toes, finding Pilates V. Hands come back by your sides, inhale, and exhale, press all the way out. Inner thighs are naturally gonna squeeze into that ball. If your legs cannot fully straighten, that's totally okay. Exhale to press, inhale to come in. We've got 5, 4, 3, last 2, pressing all the way out on 1, bending your knees, coming halfway in. Give me those little carriage pulses up and down, nice and small. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, you hold it halfway. Quick little pulse squeezes into the ball. Squeeze, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press out long. Bend your knees, come in. And then take that ball into your hands. Reach it up to the ceiling. Come to the arches of your feet. Walk your feet out wide, external rotation. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press out and squeeze your hands into that ball. Bending, come back in. Exhale, press out, squeeze into the ball, and come right back in. If you like the little added stability challenge of being on your toes, you can come back to your toes for this. Keep with your breath, exhaling to press out, inhaling to come in for our last 4, 3, 2, pressing out on 1, coming halfway in, and take those carriage pulses, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. For every pulse of the legs, let's squeeze the hands into the ball. We'll do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out. Bend your knees, come on home. Walk your feet back to center and then just place your ball down onto the floor for a moment. Scooch a little bit away from those shoulder blocks, and then hug your knees into your chest. Option to come up into a chest curl, or option to keep your head down. Let's hug the right shin and extend the left leg out for a single leg stretch. Exhale, switch, 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 switch. Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hugging the knees into the chest, rest your head for a moment, take an inhale. On your exhale, come right back up into that chest curl if you're taking it, and pause. Double leg stretch. Legs extend long, arms reach behind you. Exhale, bend the knees, circle the arms in, back to that ball. Inhale, everything long. Exhale, circle in. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, circle into that ball. Rest your head down if you have it up. Extend your legs up to the ceiling, take a nice inhale. On your exhale, curl up and reach for your right ankle or somewhere close to it. Going into our scissors, the left leg lowers and we switch. Switch, switch, and switch. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lower down. We've got 2 more exercises here. We're going into our lower lift, so option to bring your hands underneath your hips and tailbone for lower back support. Otherwise, we'll go legs to the ceiling. We'll take hands behind the head, inhale. And on your exhale, curl up into that chest curl. Flex the toes as you lower the legs. Point the toes to lift. Flex to lower. Point to lift. We're here for 6, 5, spine is imprinted into the mat. 4, 3, 2, one more. Lift, bend the knees, rest the head. If you had your hands under your hips, go ahead and take them out. Our last exercise is our crisscross bicycles, so float the knees to tabletop. Take hands behind the head. Curl up into that chest curl, extend the left leg long, twist the torso towards the right knee. Exhale, switch. Switch, switch, and switch. Last 5, 4, lead with the shoulder, not the elbow. 2, one more, and lower all the way down. Good. Okay, so lower your headrest all the way flat. We're gonna go into bridging. So you have options here. I'm on 3 springs, so I'm gonna stay on 3 springs. If you were on a heavier setting, maybe you wanna drop down back to 3. Let's go heels on the foot bar, parallel, about hips distance apart. Inhale. And exhale, tuck the tailbone up towards the hips. Start to curl your tailbone off the mat and roll up into your first bridge. Pausing at the top for a moment and reversing to come down, upper back, middle, low, and tail. A few more times like that. Curl up. Drive the heel bones down into the foot bar, not away from the foot bar. We want to keep the carriage steady and ideally closed. Move through your spine. It should feel good. And we should start to feel this work kind of building up in our hamstrings and glutes. We'll take one more bridge up to the top and we'll meet there. Curling up bone by bone. Meeting at the top of your bridge and start to pulse the hips to the ceiling nice and small for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then roll all the way down, bone by bone. Come to the arches of your feet, keeping parallel. This time we're going to hinge. So back is flat as you lay on the mat. Keep it flat. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, spine moves in one piece. And then from here, we're going to lower just halfway down and lift. Halfway down and lift. We'll go for 6. 5, exhale as you lift. 4, 3, 2, and on 1, hold the hips high, you're in that bridge. Draw your right knee up to tabletop, and then place the foot down. Left knee to tabletop, then place the foot down to go for our single leg march. Try to keep your hips even as you do this weight transfer from side to side. Try not to lower your hips, even though it'll start to get a little more challenging. 2 more to each side. 1 more to each side. And then once you have both feet back on the foot bar, pause, you're still in that bridge. Give me hip pulses to the ceiling to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lower all the way down. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. We'll make our way up to seated and do a quick spring change. So, rolling up, we'll stay facing our foot bar. And I'll have you sit back with back up against the shoulder blocks, crossing your legs. Reach in front of you, lower down to 1 blue spring or 1 light spring. You also have an option to go heavier onto a medium or a red spring. And then go ahead and grab on to your short loops. Sit nice and tall. Elbows come in by your side body, palms face up. Relax your shoulder blades into your back pockets and serve a tray. Reach the arms out in front of you, then bend the elbows in. Pressing out and bending in. We'll do 6 and 5, 4. Last 3, really draw the abs in as the arms reach out. 2. And on 1, you'll reach the arms out and hold. Start to draw little circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then bend the arms, lower down, roll out your shoulders. We're gonna go right into our hug a tree, lifting the arms out wide to the sides. Keep a nice rounded arm position and palms open. Inhale. And on your exhale, wrap the arms in front of your chest, tapping the fingertips together. Inhale, open. Exhale, wrap. Inhale, open. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, open the arms and settle them down by your sides. Roll out your shoulders and hang up your left side strap. Keep the right one with you. We'll do some oblique twists. Press the right arm out in front of your chest. Round out both of the arms and connect all 10 fingertips. Inhale, twist towards that right strap. Exhale, use your obliques to come back facing foot bar. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to the foot bar. We're here for 6, 5, 4, last 3, final 2. And after your last one, we'll take that twist, we'll relax the arms, and we'll hang up that right side strap. We'll quickly do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll move on. So left strap, short loop. Press that left arm in front of your body. Clasp the hands together, rounding out the arms. Inhale, twist towards the left. Exhale, come back to face the foot bar. Inhale, twist, shoulders are level. Exhale, back to the foot bar. We're here for 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Twisting to the foot bar, then untwisting to relax your arms. hanging up your strap, and we'll go ahead and move on. So if you're not on your blue spring or your light spring, come back to that. We're going to stay seated and we'll turn to face towards our shoulder blocks. Scoot your hips back towards the back edge of your machine, about 1 hand's distance between your back and the back side of the carriage. Extend your legs long, crossing at the ankles if that feels good. Reach in front of you, grab onto your straps again. This time we're going to grab up by the black tapes or the knots. Shoot the arms out long, keep them straight. Inhale, stack the spine tall. And on your exhale, go ahead and tuck your tail, tuck your chin. Round your spine as you roll down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll forward, stacking spine. A few times like that, roll it down. Rolling up. If you don't like the feeling of your legs being extended, sometimes it can put some pressure on the lower back. You can do this with a soft bend in your knees too. Just make sure you still have that hand's distance between your back and the back side of the reformer so that you have space to actually take that roll down. On this next one, roll it back about halfway and pause, keeping the rounded spine. Let's pulse the chest forward and back. Forward and back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up and reach forward. Okay, rolling up to seated. This time, bend your knees, bringing your heels onto the headrest if you're not already there. And then bring your hands into your short loops. Reach your arms in front of you. Back is flat, you're sitting tall. We'll inhale, hinge the spine back, and then pause once you feel your abs engage. Keep your elbows up at shoulder height and start to bicep curl the arms. Exhale, curl and extend. So the bicep curl is a little bit more challenging if your elbows are up at shoulder height, and it becomes a little bit gentler of a movement if you lower your elbows down to your ribs. So you have options there. Just keep that flat back hinge so that your core is turned on. For 4, try to open your hands if you can. 3, 2, and then bend your elbows on 1. Come to a 90-degree bend, palms open, and then just poke tiny holes in the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncurl the arms, sit up tall, stretch the spine, and we have just a little bit more to do. So we'll keep the flat back hinge. Extend the arms long, palms face up. Go ahead and flat back hinge to the point where you feel your abs turn on. Bend your elbows to that 90-degree bend that we just had. And then without changing the shape of your arms, sit up tall and then hinge it back. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, hinge back. So your carriage is going to move because your arms are not moving. You're holding the tension in the strap. Biceps and shoulders will start to feel the work of that hold. Go for 3, 2, 1 more. Good, exhale, sit up, extend the arms long, and hang your straps up onto your pegs. Let's continue on. So you can step off of your reformer. We're gonna stay on 1 blue spring. If you wanna go a little more supportive for your lower body, you can switch to a red or a medium spring. Stand next to your machine. I'm on the right side of my machine. So my right foot will come right up next to the reformer near the foot bar. Hands to foot bar. Left foot on the nearest shoulder block behind you, and then press that left leg long so the knee comes off of the reformer. Right hand to hip, chest is proud. Sink it down into a nice deep lunge, and then pull back up to standing. You can keep your left hand on the foot bar the entire time if that helps you balance. But if you don't need the foot bar, you can bring both hands to your hips. We've got just 5 and 4 Last 3 here. 2. And then last one, go ahead and take that lunge, make your way up to standing, and take a quick second to relax. We're going into our scooters next. So I want you to reach your left hand onto the foot bar. Press your left leg all the way back and sink down into your lunge. Your chest should lean forward. Take your back leg, bend that knee in, tapping the mat, and then press long. Bend in, tap the mat, and then press long. So it's a pretty small movement. You should still be working that front glute. And if you feel like you don't need your left hand on the foot bar, again, take it back to your hip. We've got 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, I want you to press that left leg back, hold. Bring your hand back to the foot bar. Think of that front leg as you come to tiptoe, lower down. Tiptoe, lower down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then make your way to standing. Nice. Roll out your shoulders, stand tall, we're almost done. We're gonna finish our lunge set on this side with another set of regular lunges, but we'll add some movement into the torso. So hands to hips, press the left leg long behind you, knee comes off the mat. Remember, you can always use the foot bar if you need it. Lunge down as your chest lowers down over your knee. And then pull up to standing, bringing your chest tall. Lunge it down, chest lowers, and stand, chest lifts. We'll do 6 more. Go slow for balance. Last 3. Final 2. And then your last one. Take the lunge, lower the chest, pull your way up to standing, give your legs a little shake, and we'll make our way to the other side. So walk on over. I'm on the left side of my reformer now. Left foot is on the floor, near the foot bar in the frame. Right foot goes against the shoulder block, right hand to foot bar. Press the right leg long behind you so the knee comes off the mat, and we'll begin with a regular lunge. Sinking down into the left glute and pressing up to standing. So if you don't need your hand on the foot bar, you can go both hands to hips. We've got 6 more. Nice and slow, deep stretch in the hips. And 5. Final 4. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Take that nice deep lunge, pull up to standing. Take a quick moment to rest. We're going into our scooters next. So reach your right hand to the foot bar, chest will lean forward. Press the right leg long behind you, sink down into that lunge, and then from here, your back knee bends, taps the mat, and presses long. Bend, tap the mat, and press long. If you don't need your hand on the foot bar, bring it back to your hip. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press it back on 1, hold, reach the right hand back to the foot bar, thinking of the front leg. We come to tiptoe and lower. Tiptoe and lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and make your way up to standing. Nice, okay. We're almost done. We have one more exercise to do on this side, and then we'll move on. So, we're continuing with another final set of lunges, but we'll add some movement to the torso. So pressing the right leg long behind you, hands to hips or right hand to foot bar. As you take your lunge, you'll lean your chest forward, and as you stand, you'll pull your chest up. Lunging down, chest leans forward, standing up, chest pulls up with you. We're here for 6. And 5, all the weight is in your standing leg. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. Really try to stretch the back leg long as you lunge down. And here's your last 1. Take the lunge, press your way up to standing, close the carriage, and bring your feet onto the floor. All right, before we move on, let's take a quick stretch. Walk to the front side of your foot bar. Feet parallel, hips distance apart. Maybe your legs are even up against that foot bar. Bend your knees, circle your arms up and overhead. Lift your chin and your chest, stretch tall. On your exhale, tuck your chin, start to round forward, bringing your hands to the front edge of your carriage. And then go ahead and press the carriage all the way out, dropping your chest, opening your shoulders, and keeping your heels planted on the ground. Inhale here, and exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Keep the arms straight as you roll the carriage in, and then press it right back out. Big stretch for the back of the legs. You should feel a nice opening in the shoulders. One more time, press it out long. Roll it in. This time, closing the carriage all the way, keeping the head and the arms heavy, and starting to restack your spine, building up to standing. Roll the shoulders back at the top, and we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna stay on one blue spring or a light spring. You do have an option to come to a red spring or a medium. We're gonna come onto our hands and knees on the reformer with hands on the shoulder blocks and knees on the carriage. So just so we're clear, in a Club Pilates 1.0 class, you usually would not come up onto your knees, but I usually feel comfortable teaching this because we're always gonna have one hand still on the carriage, so a 3-point kneel. Grab onto your left strap. We're gonna grab on up by the black tape, and your right hand stays on the shoulder block. Take a nice flat back, pull the shoulders out of your ears, keep the abs lifted into the back of the spine, and pull the left arm all the way up to your hip, then lower down. Exhale, pull back, and lower down. We'll do 6, and 5. Final 4. Last 3. Last 2. And on your last one, can you pull the arm up to your hip and hold? Go right into your tricep bends. Bend at the elbow and kick back. Bend and kick back. We got 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more. Good. Bend the elbow, rest your arm, hang that strap up. If a quick child's pose or even a cat-cow feels good, take that now in between sides. And we'll quickly switch to the opposite strap. So grab your right side strap, holding up by the black tape or knot. Left hand to shoulder block, right arm down by the side of the reformer. Inhale. On your exhale, sweep that right arm all the way back to the hip and lower down. Big pull back and lower down. We've got 6 and 5. Try not to sink into the left shoulder. Keep the shoulder out of the ear. Keep the armpit hollow. Last 3. Last 2. And on 1, you pull the right arm back, you hold it by your hip and go into your tricep bends. Bend at the elbow and kick back for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1 to finish. Extend the arm, bend the elbow, hang that strap up, and take a quick rest. Whether it's a child's pose or a cat-cow. Just take a moment to breathe. All right, now, so if you remember that ball that we used earlier, we're going to use it again. So reach for your ball, and then before we actually do anything, we want to add a spring. Let's add on a red spring. So now we're on a light blue and a medium red. Come back to that 4-point kneeling position we were just in, but bring your hands down onto the headrest. Take that ball, hook it behind your left knee. Hands on headrest, right knee is down. Flex the left toes as you hug your hamstring and calf muscle together against the ball. Back is flat, and we'll drive the left heel to the ceiling, and then pull the knee back down. Exhale, drive up, and pull down, squeezing the glute muscle at the top. Just for 5, 4, 3, last 2, back is flat. On 1, you're gonna hold the heel high and give me little pulses to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1, give me little squeezes into that ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the knee down. Good. From here, right elbow comes down onto the headrest. Left hand comes up onto a shoulder block so you can push your chest open. Knees are together, you're still hugging the left knee into the ball. We'll go for our fire hydrant. So we open the left knee out to the side and lower down. Open and lower. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lifting up on 1, give me little pulses to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up on 1, and then from here we're gonna draw a big circle. So lower your knee down, knee to knee. Drive the heel up to the ceiling, and then open the hip, circle your knee around to that fire hydrant position. Lower the knee down to the carriage. Press the heel up to the ceiling. Then open the hip, circling your knee around to that fire hydrant. Lower. Drive the heel up. Open the hip, come to fire hydrant. Heel goes up, open the hip, circle to fire hydrant. Good. We have 4 more. Last 3, you should really start to feel this in your opposite glute, the stabilizing one. On this last one, you're gonna drive your heel up to the ceiling and hold. Give me little pulses to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lower that knee down. Take the ball out from behind your left knee, press up, and we'll do the same thing on the other leg. So, hands to headrest. Ball goes behind your right knee. Hug the hamstring to the calf. Hands come onto the headrest. Right toes flex, back is flat, and we do our donkey kick. Exhale, drive the heel to the ceiling. Then pull that knee down. Drive up and pull down, nice and controlled. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift that heel on 1, pause, give me little pulses to the ceiling. Good, pulse it up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Quick little pulses into that ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the knee down. Drop your left elbow onto the headrest, opening your chest to bring your right hand onto the shoulder block. Chest is open. Still hugging onto that ball, we go into our fire hydrant. Right knee opens and closes. Opens and closes. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lifting up on 1, hold, little pulses to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. 1, and from here we draw our circles. Lower the right knee down, knee to knee. Drive the right heel back up to the ceiling, then open the hip, circling the knee back around to that fire hydrant position. lower, drive the heel up, open the hip, and circle around to fire hydrant. Good, we have 6 more. Don't rush it. Last 5, left glute is going to feel this a lot, especially because we've already done a good amount of work on that side. 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Let's drive that heel back up to the ceiling. Pause. Give me little pulses to the sky to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lower that knee down. Take the ball out from behind your knee. Press up to seated. You can place that ball on the floor. Lift your headrest back up. And we'll turn around. We will lie down onto our back. So you're on the red and the blue spring, the medium and the light. We're going to stay there. Roll down, feet to foot bar. Grab your short loops. We have some hands and straps to get through. Arms reach up to the ceiling. Plug the shoulders into the mat. Float the knees to tabletop. Inhale. And on your exhale, press the palms straight down to the mat. And then lift. Spine is neutral. Exhale, press down and lift. Nice and slow. Get a feel for the movement. Arms move the same, but extend your right leg long and leave it long for 3, 2. Last 1. Continue moving your arms, but switch your legs. Left leg is long. 3 press downs. 2. Good. 1. Continue moving your arms, but switch your leg extension with every press down. As you press down, one leg reaches long, reach up, knees to tabletop, and then you alternate. So in a 1.0 class, I would generally have everybody leave their head, neck, shoulders down. But if I have a handful of advanced people in the class, I'll tell them that they can add on their chest curl if that feels good. 1 more to each leg. And once you finish, reach the arms up, place the feet down, give your arms a quick rest. We'll go into our second round. So arms go up to the ceiling. This time, kick the legs straight up, take a soft bend in the knees if you need it, and then open the arms out to a T. We're doing our T press. Exhale, close the hands into the hips, and open. Exhale, close, and open. Being mindful that when you open your arms, you only need to go to the height of your rib cage, not the height of your shoulders. We want to stay in the tension of the ropes. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one, you're going to close your hands into your hips and pause. Take one leg, lower it down towards the foot bar and lift. Switch, down towards the foot bar and lift. Keep reaching through all 10 fingertips. We're going for a slow scissor switch. So we meet at the top of every repetition. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, last one. Lift, bend the knees, lift the arms, feet find the foot bar. We're going to combine those 2 arm movements to create our full circle. So arms reach up to the ceiling, knees find tabletop. We'll start with the press down. Exhale, press the hands down to the mat, open to a T, and then circle up over your chest. Exhale, press down, open to the T, and then circle over your chest. 2 more, press down. Open, circle up over your chest. Last one. Open, and hold the arms over the chest. Go for your double leg extension. Both legs reach and bend. Reach and bend. Don't move your arms. Go back to single leg reaches if that feels better. Final 3, 2. Last one. Knees to tabletop, reverse your arm circle. Open to a T. Exhale, close into the hips and lift. You got 3 more. Last 2. 1 more. Lift the arms, place the feet down. Take a quick moment of rest. We are almost done, and then we'll get into our nice final stretch. So we've got to do our tricep bends. Arms reach up to the ceiling to begin. Knees find the tabletop. Let's go heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. Press the palms straight down by your sides. Then bend the elbows into that tricep bend. As you press the palms back to the mat, point your toes and extend your legs. Frog the knees back in as you bend your elbows, and do it again. Everything goes long, point the toes. Bend the knees, bend the elbows. Final 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, press down on 1, hold, everything is long. Give me quick little heel beats. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, and rest the feet down. Okay, we are going to finish this set of work with a round of chest curls because I like to introduce that chest curl movement to anybody that's interested in kind of leveling up in that 1.0 class. So hands reach up to the ceiling, knees find tabletop. We keep the arms straight. Inhale, prepare. And on your exhale, press the palms down, curling head, neck, shoulders off the mat. Look down at your belly button. Lower the head, lift the arms. Exhale, press down, chest curl, rib to hip. And lower down. An imprinted spine is good here. No space between your low back and the mat as you curl up. Final 4. Last 3. Last 2, remember to look down at your belly button so that you're not straining your neck. 1 more, then we stretch. Lower the head, lift the arms. Feet find the foot bar and hook your feet into your long loops. Okay, we're going into feet and straps. Send the legs to the ceiling, hands down by your sides, flex the toes. Press down, down, down towards the foot bar. Point your toes and slowly lift up. Keep the backs of your hips and tailbone connected to the mat. Should feel good on the stretch on the way up. This should feel nice on your spine, having this supported leg movement. Lifting your legs to the ceiling, turn it into a leg circle, separating, circling around and down. Zip the legs together at the bottom and lift. You can keep your feet parallel, or you can go to an external rotation if that feels nicer on your hips. Up to you. And I would also encourage you to take a few circles with your feet internally rotated, so think pigeon-toed as you circle around and up. Reverse your circle, moving through those foot positions again. Whether you're keeping it parallel or going into an external rotation. And trying a few with an internal rotation. So inner thigh bones spiral in towards your midline, big toes come together. Let's meet at the top. Come back to an external rotation, heels together, toes apart. Press your legs down about halfway, bringing it into your frog. Knees bend wide towards the shoulder blocks, and then you press out. Bend and press. Just 3 more here. 2. Last 1. Bend the knees into that frog. Grab a hold of your black tapes and give them a tug. Open up your hips. Take your right leg, open it out to the right side, finding a nice inner thigh stretch. Take a breath there and switch when you're ready. Right knee bends in, left leg extends. Still holding onto the rope so you can kind of control the stretch. Come to a full straddle, so square your hips and then open both legs. Allow gravity to kind of take you down to the sides. But you're still holding onto your rope, so again, you get to control where this stretch is going. Zip your legs together at the top, bend your knees into your chest. Start to take your feet out of those ropes and hang them up. Make your way up to seated, and once you are up at seated, we are totally done. Nice job. That was a Club Pilates 1.0 flow. With transition time, you will probably bring this class to a full 50 minutes if you're teaching it in a class setting, especially with multiple people in the room. But if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. You can like, subscribe, comment on this video. That's really great for me, and I appreciate you watching. Bye.